Hello everyone, my name is Vaibhav Gundane and I secured All India rank 25 in the 2018 Civil Services examination. It was my first attempt and I consider myself to be extremely privileged to clear this exam at the age of 22 itself in my very first attempt. Today I am going to talk about the art of answer writing, and I will be giving you a little bit tips as to how a UPSC aspirant can write good answers. Very firstly, I will like to stress the importance of answer writing, because if you see from my own experience that I am a living example as to how answer writing can play a critical role in the success of a particular aspirant, because I did my preparation for UPSC along with my engineering graduation, and after finishing my course of engineering daily in my college, I hardly used to get around 6 to 7 hours to study, and a large amount of that time which I had, I divided into two parts. One was answer writing and second was reading. So if you see, because of the limited amount of time that I had, I will not say that my knowledge was very much high as compared to, let's say, those aspirants who have been giving this exam for second, third or fourth attempt. So compared to them, surely my knowledge was not that high. But it is only because of answer writing, I feel, that I could get a very good rank, and that's why I always stress that answer writing is very important. UPSC mains exam is all about answer writing, and ultimately I personally feel that it all boils down to how much properly we are able to express ourselves in those 3 hours that we have been given for finishing our mains paper. It doesn't matter how much knowledge we have there. It just matters that we should be able to present our ideas properly, and even by fulfilling a limited threshold of knowledge that is required in the UPSC exam, by proper answer writing we can surely get quite good marks. And if you see my own marks in the mains exam, I got 876 in the written part and then 179 in the personality test, and the total added up to give me a rank 25. So surely answer writing did play a giant role in my success in the written part of the mains exam. Now coming to the basic tips that are there for answer writing, very firstly I will say that you remove the inertia of not writing answers. This is what I have seen with many of the aspirant friends of mine, that they focus too much on reading. They read so much that perhaps they almost become an expert of that particular subject and end up doing a PhD on the subject which they like. But we need to remember that this exam is not just about reading, it is also about answer writing. So very firstly, remove this inertia of not writing answers, and I would in fact suggest that if you are serious enough to get into a rank with a double digit rank, it is extremely important that you do answer writing immediately after, let's say, 1.5 months of you beginning your preparation. Now, how to start answer writing? Well, I personally feel that to start answer writing, the best source is to use the current affairs and the newspapers. So whenever you are reading any of the editorial in the newspaper, let's say the Hindu, so try and frame your own simple questions on that particular editorial that you are reading, and after you make that questions, try to answer them in your own language. Initially, do not focus that much on the quality of the answers as well as on the time that you are taking, because you will surely take much more time. Perhaps you will end up taking 30-40 minutes to write a 200-word answer, and the quality may not be of a very high standard. But trust me, as you do practice regularly, you will surely be able to get that necessary amount of answer writing quality, and you will also be able to finish your answer in, let's say, 9 or 10 minutes which are allotted to that particular question. So therefore, immediately start answer writing and start it through the newspapers. and you can also go through the toppers answer booklets, which are nowadays available online on number of websites, to just get an idea as to how toppers used to write answers. And you can start writing your answers by taking reference of them. Now apart from that, if you see any answer in a UPSC question paper, it will be having three parts. There will be introduction, body and conclusion. So if I talk about all the three of them, then from my experience I feel that all these three intro, body, conclusion, which we call as the structure, are actually linked with each other. So our body part of the answer is going to depend on the intro that we are writing, and the conclusion is going to depend on the body. So therefore, never consider these three things as separate from each other. You have to write your intro in such a way that your body and your conclusion will be linked to it, and that is what constitutes a good answer. So whenever you are writing an intro, I always say that an intro should be such that it should be able to tell us what the question is itself without reading that question. So you should always try to write an intro in that way. Like, let's say I read the intro of your answer, and by reading that intro I should be able to tell that what that question was all about. Second way of writing an intro is also that whenever you write an intro, you see that what is going to come in the body, what kind of stand you are going to take, what kind of facts you are going to present in your body. So if you are able to just give a gist of that in your introduction in, let's say, 2 or 3 sentences, then I will say that that intro is a good one. Then coming to the body part, I feel that the body of any UPSC answer on a large scale should be multidimensional in nature. So you should try and cover as many dimensions or as many aspects through which you can think in that particular question that has been asked. For instance, if you are writing 6-7 points, those 6-7 points should be unique in the sense that they should include a social dimension, an economic dimension, a political, constitutional, legal, cultural, whichever dimensions, and howsoever dimensions you can put, you should always try to put them. The more the dimensions you put, I will say that the more better your answers are, because ultimately we need to remember that in UPSC what matters more is how much dimensions you are able to get in your answer, because as future bureaucrats, future administrators, we are expected to think on a particular issue in a multidimensional way. And in your answers itself, if you show this multidimensional attitude, it will surely impress the examiner. And lastly, when you are talking of the conclusion, so a UPSC conclusion, I always believe, should be a forward-looking conclusion. So because at the end we should remember that we are the future civil servants of our country, and we are the one who are expected to give solutions to the different type of problems that our country is facing. There will be many people who will be asking questions, who will be finding out the flaws and the weaknesses in a particular policy or a program, but we are expected to give solutions. So if in our answers itself as an aspirant we are showing the examiner that we have a solution oriented attitude, then that is going to surely impress him, and he will surely, let's say, give half a mark or 1 mark extra. So these are the 3 important things whenever you write your answer, and you try to have your intro, body and conclusion in the similar manner. Apart from that, you can also do a little bit of value addition in your answers. Let's say you can draw some maps in questions of geography or history. You can give the constitutional articles or references of reports like Sarkaria Commission, Punchi Commission, Second ARC. In answers of polity, in answers of economics, you can put certain facts and figures. And apart from that, you can also draw a lot of maps and flowcharts in questions related to international relation or security or related issues. So this kind of value addition can surely fetch you maybe half a mark or 1 mark extra in few of the questions. But I'll also suggest that do not overdo it. Let's say out of 20 questions, if you're doing it in 12 or 13 questions, it is fine, but don't try to unnecessarily exceed it. So this is what I had to say about the answer writing. And again, as I said in the start, answer writing plays a crucial role in a particular candidate's success. And please remove the inertia of not writing answers, and daily at least write 3-4 answers, maybe by using online forums or by referring to the past year UPSC questions. All the best.